No mai, haere mai, and welcome to Frogs on Friday, on another beautiful sunny Friday. Well, at least in Auckland it is. We'll see with one of our guests, Chitra, if it's just as nice a day in Wellington. So today we are going to go through and talk about hybrid working and whether or not that's here to stay. So Chitra will take you through all the latest on that. As usual, we'll go through mahi media, and we're talking about the effects of the effects of the increases in inflation on business and how that trickles down to the job seekers and employers, and what businesses can do for those effects. As well as normal, we'll go through some of our hot jobs and go to the polls as usual. A bit all over the shop today, but let's go through. So let's go through and start with mahi media. Okay, so I've got my ducks in a row now. So last week we were talking about the unemployment rates and the wage price index had the stats had been released. And I was lucky enough to have a guest appearance on the Of Interest podcast, which is run by interest.co.nz. So there we were able to go through a deep dive in some of the effects of inflation on business and the employment market, as well as how to manage the labour shortage. And of course, there's always some winners and losers in that fierce competition for talent as well. Now, one of the things that we talked about is the lengths that employers are needing to go to both attract and to retain talent. And, you know, an obvious thing, we've talked about the increase in inflation and looked at those corresponding rates in the wage price index. But businesses don't always have that capacity to be able to offer, 7% plus pay rises across the board. So really have to look at some other ways to be able to showcase the employee value proposition of their business. So we've heard of things, a range of different measures that businesses have been able to look at to attract good staff. So things like sign-on and completion bonuses, might be free meals in the office. Everybody likes a little bit of free stuff. Fuel vouchers, of course, to help combat those rising prices at the petrol tank, as well as things like parking, learning and development opportunities, mental health support groups, care packages, and of course, salary increases and flexible working options. Now, we came across one company that has come up with a really creative approach in their recruitment process to stand out from the crowd, as well as to showcase their company culture and fast track the settling in period of new employees. So you can check out the newsroom article. I think the link should come up shortly to be able to see how Power Finance works to see how Power Finance, that's the name of the company who's come up with this creative solution, has been able to work in a candidate-led activity based on their interests into the recruitment process, and the advantages they're able to get from that. All right, so let's roll through and see some of the roles that we're recruiting at the moment. Okay, so first up we have a business development manager, and this one is working within a technical field, so more of a technical sales role. It's based in South Auckland, The base salary is between around 70 to 90,000, as well as other benefits, I'm sure, being included in that package. So this one, they're looking for technical expertise, so whether that's electrical or mechanical engineering in particular. So really consultative role, being able to work with different businesses to cater to their needs. For this one, if you're interested in the role or know someone who is, get in touch with Hemi in our Auckland team here. Okay, we're on the technical front this week. So we have a service technician / customer care role, again based in Auckland. And this one's working with a supplier of meat processing equipment. So again, being that consulting role, working together with customers and looking at things like upselling and quoting. So a range of different activities there, as well as some work on the tools. So we'll see you servicing and fixing machines on site, as well as other activities. Interesting to see that this role does have a component so you can arrange things so there is the capacity to work from home, and they're looking at minimum 5 years experience within a technical field. So similar type experience to the last position, or trade qualifications would be acceptable as well. This is another one with Hemi, so get in touch if you're interested in either of those. Okay, and just changing tack a little bit. So we have a graphic designer and marketing coordinator position, again based in Auckland, around 60 to 75,000 as a base salary. And this one's a range of different duties within the marketing space. So things like in-house signage, managing templates, looking at the subscription membership model. So for this one, you'll need to have experience in the Adobe Creative Suite, InDesign, and Photoshop experience will also be a bonus for this one. For this role, if you can get in touch with Julia Yen, again from the Auckland office here. Okay, let's move on. I'm sure we have a video, this time for one of our roles in Wellington.
Hi there, Peter from Frog Recruitment in Wellington. We're looking for a policy director. We're looking for someone with strong strategic policy experience, management experience, someone who's worked with a variety of stakeholders, including senior leadership across government in Wellington. It manages a small team of 6 other people. If you're up for a challenge and want to work with really good people doing good work, give us a call.
Okay, I feel like we needed a bit of a spoiler alert for that one. So turns out hybrid work is here to stay. Is that right, Chitra?
Yes, it is. It's quite a change from before COVID happened. Like in 2019, it was an unquestioned expectation that employees will be in the office Monday to Friday. Now, 2 years since the first lockdown, hybrid working is the new norm. Most people are working from home a couple of days a week. Some are even working remotely full time. And a lot of the job seekers that we talk to ask about flexible working arrangements, and organizations that offer that flexibility are definitely more attractive than those that don't. It is also a very convenient arrangement. For employees, it can help improve mental health and well-being, as it offers a really much stronger work-life balance. For employers, it can mean lower expenses for office space, access to a wider talent pool, as there's no geographical limitations, as well as maintaining a more diverse workforce.
Excellent. Well, I can definitely agree with some of the benefits of working from home. As you see, I'm here on Fridays. And I think that you're right. There is that big shift from, I think pre-pandemic, it was seen as something that was a reward for people. But now there's that expectation almost that there will be some flexible arrangements regardless of how long you've been with the business. Is that what you're seeing with job seekers as well, that expectation for flexible working options?
Definitely.
Yeah, excellent. Well, you've talked about some of the benefits there. I guess on the flip side, what are some of the challenges of remote working?
Oh, yeah. There's definitely some challenges. Working from home is quite dependent on technology, such as having the right setup, Wi-Fi, and technology can be unreliable sometimes. There are roles that may not allow you to work from home for security reasons, working with confidential data. And there's also roles that just don't have the option to work from home, such as frontline workers or flight crew.
Exactly. I think one thing as well, although you might have seen my dog walk past in the background, she's usually pretty well behaved, but there was a particular candidate I've been speaking with, and she's based in Ireland. So it's all been virtual and online interviews. And it seems like every time she's on, my dog loses her ball under the couch or something. So not always the most professional. So there are those hazards as well from working from home. She looks like she's protesting now in the corner. Excellent. Well, thank you for that insight into the changes in these trends, Chitra. Really good to see, and be interesting to see how this pans out over the next few years as well.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Beautiful. All right, let's go to the polls, see what's been happening. Okay, so last week we were talking about remote interviews. So we had Angela give us some great tips for how to present your best self on virtual interviews. So we asked, when interviewing for a new role, do you prefer face-to-face, virtual or remote, or don't mind either way? Very interesting results here. So by far the majority, so 58%, so we looked over Twitter as well as LinkedIn, 58% said face-to-face was preferred. So it does seem like, yes, there's some convenience of virtual interviews, but in order to be able to, I think, have the most impact, as well as to be able to engage with the interviewers as well, face-to-face is best. Okay, what are we looking at this week? All right, what's the most appealing aspect of remote work? So, yeah, Chitra went through some of the many benefits of the ability to work from home. So what's the clincher for you? What's most important? So we'll see how the results pan out next week. Okay, well, that is it for today. So as always, we'll be back next Friday, hopefully another sunshiny Friday at 12:30. Look forward to seeing you there.